What's up guys, Josh here. So I wanted to show you my latest little project, my build out here, the F250 single rear wheel chassis cab. Yeah, you don't see many of these at all. Basically, they just took a regular, Ford did a regular bed, just removed the truck bed and threw on the lights and gave you the adapter for the fuel, and they called it a chassis cab. But of course, you guys could do this yourselves with any truck. All you gotta do is just buy the new lights and buy a hose for your the fuel fill. But anyways, I want to show you how I'm building mine. I did mine out of 100% stainless steel. Yeah, I wanted this thing to last me a lifetime. I wanted to be able to make it as universal as I could, where after this truck dies, I could pull this thing off, drop it onto my new truck, and just be up and running. This is a 9-foot long flatbed, so this would work perfect for any 8-foot truck, any 8-foot bed truck. Again, this is a light duty truck. This is an F250, so this thing's not going to haul that much. What I do plan on doing is something a little different. We will be mounting, do a full length rack on here. So I'm actually going to come in off the tow hooks here, run a horizontal new bumper, if you want to call it that, with vertical posts going onto a full length rack across. I will install a basket. So as the rack beams are coming across the front, I'm going to have a 4-foot wide basket here above the cab. Again, I also wanted to put that there because if you're climbing up and strapping stuff down, guys tend to step on the top of the cab anyways, and I didn't want any damage there. So I'll be able to haul stuff, step on it, do whatever the hell I wanted to, and it really makes the utility of this thing great. Framing, we actually did a 3-inch tall framing. I could have gone bigger, I could have gone heavier, but this is actually a 3 by 1 by 1/8 inch rectangle stainless steel tubing. So again, nice heavy stuff. 3 by 1/4 inch flat bar on the outside here. These are 1.5 by 1/8 inch square tubing spacers. These are just spacers. I mean, my walls, once I go to put them in, this is actually an 1 3/4 wide hole by 1 9/16 approximately. We actually shimmed this just to make sure that there was enough gap here for an 1.5 square tubing to drop in freely. Now, what trick we had here was actually having drop down tie downs. But this is a 1/2 inch stainless steel rod that is 1/2 inch stainless steel water pipe. Let's see if I can get down here. And yeah, basically after you've formed up that U-bolt, and honestly you could buy a regular standard U-bolts for this. You don't need anything fancy. So buy a standard U-bolt, make sure it slips freely inside of a piece of pipe, and basically just put a couple nuts on, and you guys can have the same tie downs. Subframe. I actually had 8-foot boards, so you guys might be wondering why did I leave this open. It's actually because I had 8-foot OSHA planks. These are actually OSHA approved, whatever the hell, scaffolding planking. I had a load of it. I don't do scaffolding work, so yeah, this wood was pretty much useless to me. I could have resold them if I wanted to, but I figured it's premium wood. Nice. This feels like it's been pressure treated. This stuff is tough stuff, man. I mean, really tough. So this isn't your average planking. So I don't even know if that's pressure treated or not, but it's just tough stuff. Internal frame, I got 2 by 2 by 16 gauge. I know it's light, but that's why I doubled it up. So this thing was built out of complete scraps. I did not purchase a darn thing from this. I just had racks of surplus material that we decided to build off of. I would have preferred 2 by 2 by 1/8 rails, but I didn't have it, and I'm not going to buy it. Again, stainless is expensive, guys. Now, internal bars, my crossbars are actually 1 1/4, 16 gauge stainless. Again, I had a bundle of that stuff. I would have preferred 1.5 square for this, but we went about every 12 3/4 on center. So she will support its weight and its load. Yeah, especially since all the framing, everything bridges and overlaps itself. So she'll support a load. It'll easily support a ton, 2,000 pounds. I know that. Of course, if I damage it, well, I can rebuild it. Now, header piece, that's a piece of formed up 14 gauge. Those are 2 by 1.5 by 1/8 inch rectangle tubing. So we actually just ran the frame out of that. Again, this is all surplus. So use what you got. This thing, since this is a standard bed, it's a standard pickup truck, nothing special here. I cannot put U-bolts anywhere. So this entire right side, no place to put a U-bolt except for maybe in the middle. But what good's that going to do me? you would need a U-bolt front, back, and possibly a reinforcement strap or something other than that. But I couldn't put any U-bolts because I got a gas tank running here. I got my spare tire there. So what we ended up having to do was weld a piece of all thread to the frame, to the main structural rectangle, run that all the way through and bolt that to bottom, to the actual frame. And there's a ton of holes in here for you guys to modify. But even after that's done, I still will put another strap on the side here. I want 3 fasteners per side. Now this guy, we just basically made our own monstrous carriage bolt. Yeah, guys actually just welded that 1/2-inch all thread to a piece of 1/4-inch stainless steel flat bar. Now you can kind of see how I did it down here. I double nut it. Again, I didn't want this thing to come loose on its own. I could always weld that, but what if I wanted to remove this? I don't know, whatever. That's up to you guys if you guys want to do the same, but right now she's structurally sound. She's not going anywhere, but still got a few more things to do. Finish installing the decking. We're actually pre-drilling out for these deck screws. They actually tap out at 1/4 20, and they're designed specifically for this, given the wings on here, but the toughness of the strength of this wood, we're breaking these things off pretty quick. But guys, thank you very much for watching. There will probably be a follow-up video as soon as I'm complete with this.